Today, I am making a little introductory video to explain what my channel will be talking about. In my channel, I will be talking about hardware, going from servers to workstations. Development, mainly centered around .NET, but not only. Software, going from Windows servers to workstations, to virtualization software, to the cloud, mainly centered around Azure. Architecture, from SOA to REST, to TOGAF, to microservices, to EDA. Networking, from switching to firewalling, to routing, to Wi-Fi. Domotics, whatever I can get my hand on to play around with. And of course, AI. Or anything else I feel like ranting about. Let's take a little Wayback Machine. I got my first computer when I was 12, which was a ZX Spectrum. A nice, little, small computer connected to an old television, where programs needed to be recorded via cassette tapes. On this computer, I wrote my first basic program. This computer didn't last very long, and I was quickly able to switch over to an Amiga 500, which was a fun machine. I learned the ins and outs of it, and the Amiga was way ahead of its time, with a graphical user interface and mouse. By the time I finished high school, I was building Windows PCs for myself, my friends, and everybody in the neighborhood. At that time, networking was still in token ring. Bulletin boards were still lively, and the first internet connections started popping up, going from a 2.4K modem to a 28.8K modem. Very fast for that time. By the time I finished my master's in computer science, I had already played around with C, C++, Borland, Libs, VB. After my degree, I started working as a consultant developer. First in C++, then in VB, and then in C#, and for years it has been my main working environment in the Microsoft world. As a developer, I always wanted more. I wanted to understand how things work technically. I quickly realized I needed some serious networking knowledge. And after that, I also acquired a good understanding on the server side of things, from Active Directory to IIS, to Exchange Server, to reverse proxies, to load balancers, to SQL servers, etc., etc. Over the years, I've quickly evolved from a developer to a technical architect. I went from 2-tier to 3-tier, to SOA, to ESB, to REST, to microservices. From synchronous application to asynchronous application, who are first connecting to an API, then through event sourcing, and now through event streaming. From SQL Server to document database to vectoring databases. On the networking side of things, they evolved from IPv4 to IPv6, from token ring to 10 megabit to 1 gigabit to now up to 100 gigabit. Lately, AI is also popping up, and that brings along quite a few challenges and fun to play around with. Throughout my career, I know I've learned a lot, and I have some knowledge about loads of things. The more I learn, the more I know nothing. Working in IT for me has never been a 9-to-5 job, but rather a 5-to-11. Never a dull moment, always new things to try out, having issues and challenges that can be both technical or business issues. Even though we like to plan everything till the minute, you never know what will happen next. There's a hardware issue popping up, or there's a performance issue, or there's a hacking attempt, or there's some scenario nobody considered but is still happening. Being a technical architect / solution architect, in the end, is not about the technical expertise. It's also about sharing the knowledge with other people that goes from person-to-person communication as well as documentation. In the end, the communication skills are the most important factor as a whole. I created Samayas based on the Buddhist philosophy in the context of teacher-student. At some point, I'm a student. At some point, I am a teacher. In my channel, I will try to take you guys throughout the different things I'm exploring, making tutorials about past experiences, detailing my data center I've been building over the last year with all cheap hardware. If you guys enjoy my content, please subscribe my channel. Namaste.